Hello everybody. That's a little close. Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Maria Landers. I'm your friendly neighborhood power builder. I'm here for practical advice for your fitness goals and to help you level up your life. Today, I'm going to talk about being a parent and a gym rat. If you're new here, I'm a mom of 2 little kids. I'm a fitness coach, among many other things. So in the past 11 years that I have been on YouTube and Instagram, I have since then developed a frontal lobe. So I feel like I got more insight into what life actually is. And I've been thinking about how to make this video easy to digest and around 10 or so minutes. But I figured the way I'll talk about this is to kind of give you an honest breakdown in 2 parts. But back to the video. So the first part is to make this work, be a parent and a gym rat at the same time. You have to multitask. And that is just the sad reality of life. Kids are a full-time, round-the-clock job that does not have breaks. If you want to do things when your kids are around, you're going to have to multitask. And I felt like this video is just perfect to make this weekend because my husband was out of town. I was home by myself with 2 very sick kids. I've been alternating cleaning up puke and calling the pediatrician. I think I haven't slept properly for 4 nights. So unless you're someone who has the privilege of having a nanny or someone who watches your kids every day for a couple of hours, you'll have to figure out how to multitask. I personally don't have anyone who watches my kids on the daily. I don't have a nanny. I don't have any of that. The only person who does watch my kids on a regular basis is my husband. Because we both are gym rats, we take turns. But there's many times where going to the gym is just not an option. Here comes my semi-controversial bodybuilding advice. Stay with me. Don't get all... In order to build or retain muscle, you have to hit the muscle consistently. You need to have something at home to work with, basically some sort of home gym. Now, what that looks like is obviously going to be dependent on what type of lifting you do, what type of exercise you do, what your budget is, and the size allocation you have for this project. I'm going to show you my setup at the end of this video. Fact of the matter is that muscles can only shrink or grow. And if too much time passes between the muscle being stimulated and recruited, then you will not make consistent progress. I realize that this sounds kind of harsh, and I'm not trying to say that to scare you away. I'm simply trying to encourage you to have something at home to work with so that no matter what your life looks like as a parent, because let's face it, a never-ending shitstorm. And if you have goals that are not necessarily kid-friendly, you'll have to figure out how to merge lifting and exercising with kids. The way that I personally do this is that I use natural breaks in the kids' daily rhythm. We don't do a whole lot of screen time, but when we do, and I combine that with snack time, that usually gives me about an hour. I will do my set, then I will make sure they're okay. Then I will do another set, then I give them a different snack. Then I will do another set, I help someone go potty. The only way that I can make this work. I know that some people like to do all of this when the kids are sleeping. Let's face it, that's what I'm doing right now. It is like 10 o'clock at night because this is the only time the house is quiet enough for me to record anything. I cannot say that I recommend that because the average parent loses, especially a breastfeeding mom, loses over 350 hours of sleep in the first year of having a baby. If you're like me and had a colicky, fussy, very difficult, very just agitated baby at all times, it took me 11 months to get a full night's of sleep. And if you don't sleep enough, which is one of the 4 pillars of health, everything else you do is not going to really if you don't sleep enough, you're not going to recover enough. And everything that you work so hard for is going to tear your body down. So here comes the second part of this video, which is Sometimes your goals are not compatible, and that is okay. You're just going to have to figure out what you can give and what your, let's say, 3 top priorities are. Because this season of life, you really have to take into consideration what your mental load is. What is your physical load? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating enough? Are your kids in a good spot? All of that stuff. You cannot have it all. It is the truth. And I wish that someone could have told me this 6 years ago. If your goal is to have your house looking pristine at all times, I can bet money on that you are compromising time from somewhere else. And that is completely fine if that's your priority. You are only one person. You cannot wear 75 different hats. You can pick 3 that you're going to wear, okay? My number one goal every single day is to be an amazing mom who is patient, who is kind, who has time to listen, who wants to play Play-Doh, who goes outside and plays in the sandbox, who plays tag. Like, I want to be that mom. I will 100% always abandon a gigantic piece of unsorted laundry if that means that I'm going to bring my kids to the library. So, in order for me to do these things, any hardcore dieting is not going to happen right now. The way that my body reacted to pregnancy was also very harsh. My body produced a lot of relaxin, which is the hormone your ligaments in your joints loose, especially your pelvis, so that a child can be born. I did have a C-section, but it still affected my core and my pelvis and my hips and my everything. It was just a mess. At that time, all I could do was walk and do yoga. Another priority I had with both of my babies were that I wanted to breastfeed them. Very important to me. And I noticed that if I upped my exercise and lowered my calories, my baby would not have enough to eat. All of these things that I'm telling you right now are completely normal. They are just on this side of the spectrum because there are so many amazing, incredible athletes and friends that I have who train throughout their pregnancy, babies born, then they keep training and they jump right back into it. But that just was not the case for me. Both of these situations are normal and they are just on the opposite sides of the spectrum. I had to have a moment of radical acceptance. I cannot lift anything. Right now, I cannot really start dieting. I cannot track my macros. I'm too tired to do that. I'm not getting enough sleep. My baby is not a happy baby. All of the goals that I had were not compatible with being a power builder, and I had to make a choice. Whatever you choose is okay. That is your choice. But what I'm saying is that sometimes goals cannot coexist, and that is okay. But here I am, many, many years later, stronger than ever. Now I'm going to show you my home gym setup. This is the place that I started working out at as soon as I could, in my pajamas, very often in the morning. So we do have a gate for safety because I don't want any accidents in here. Essentially what we have going on here is cardio equipment over there, some dumbbells and kettlebells, my yoga and mobility stuff. On the other side, I have my Bosu ball, all of the weights. I have a little spiky mat and an ab roller and all of that stuff in this basket. There is a pulley cable that you can put up here, and then you load it up with plates, and then you can do rows and lat pull down. Here's some pictures that make me happy when I'm doing my little yoga in this corner. And I got this posing lamp very recently, and it attaches to anything that's magnetic. I have one 45-pound barbell hanging right here. We also have these sound panels in here because it often echoes so much. I have some more that I have to put up, but I actually ran out of the double-sided tape. So to recap this video, figure out how you can merge lifting and kids. Realize that sometimes goals are not compatible, and that is okay, and it is normal. You can compromise with yourself, but you have to turn inside for guidance. A lot of the stuff that we kind of see in society and in motherhood, parenthood and expectations that they place on us. Ask yourself, what is my priority? And then go from there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, share it. All of those things help the most. I am always here for you. I will always clap and cheer the loudest if you share your victories with me. Remember to check out my Instagram. I am active there every single day. If you have any questions or would like some help setting up your own home gym, you can always DM me on Instagram or send me an email down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.